Hello. Hello. This reading is going to be for Cancers. And I was trying to find a song that was going to pop out. But what I found was a bunch of songs. And each song kind of was like telling a story. So, in order, first song that came up was All the Way Live by Metro Boomin, Future, Little Uzi Vert. Okay, so that song is basically like kind of like a new relationship vibe. Just always together, just always on like a cloud nine, always like good vibes. And it's exciting and it's new, and that's why you're not getting tired of it, because they keep saying 365 all the way live. Like, okay. Then the next song that came up was Another Round remix with Fat Joe. There's a bunch of other people in it too. Mary J. Blige is in it. Chris Brown, and I'm not sure who else. I mean, that song is obviously like kind of like Rocky vibes. Like, I mean, how do I want to say? Not really Rocky vibes, but it's like coming from a place of like you kind of were a player and now you're getting like low-key wifed up or husband up, however you want to look at that. And you just can't stay away because it's so good. And then wouldn't you know, the next song, because like every time I found the song, I went to look at the lyrics and I'm like, I really like the vibe of the song, but I wasn't feeling the lyrics, so I was like, I'm just gonna move on. And then when I got to the last song, I was like, bro, all these songs are like telling the story. It's like a progression of a relationship. So then the next song is Goat 2.0 featuring Wale by Eric Bellinger. And that's literally like what it sounds like. Like, the song before is like Another Round, like you keep coming back for more. And no one else compares. And then the Goat 2.0 is like, it's so the greatest of the world. Wait, did I fuck that up? Yes, I did. Greatest of all time. I don't know why. That they had to put a 2.0 after it. So it's like the next level of greatest of all time. And then the last song that I was like, this is the song. And then I was like, yeah, is Come Over, Trey Songz, which is literally like, the relationship's over. It was too intense. Like, that's that vibe I'm getting. Like, it started off heavy and intense and stayed pretty heavy and intense, and then somebody fucked up big time, and it sounds like the person that can't let go, because that's what the song Come Over is about. There's a line in that song, something about, yeah, we've been apart, but this will always be your home. And then he says, come over. So, and he also, it says stuff about him being really busy all the time. So it's kind of like, it kind of really sounds like work and lifestyle eventually got in the way of a pretty hot and heavy relationship, because I guess I'm getting just eventually there wasn't enough time for the person that fucked up to dedicate themselves the way they did in the past, and they chose their other mistress over you. Now the other mistress isn't necessarily an actual mistress. It could be, you know, work. It could be a lifestyle. It's something that was something that's also really important, and it won out. But they have regrets about it because here they are at the end, still trying to get the GOAT 2.0 to come over. So those are just the songs. On to the tarot cards. So the first cards that came out here is the Eight of Swords. Then we have the Six of Wands. And then to further explain that is the Moon card. Okay, so I'm getting right away that somebody here, because I'm going to say it's the person that has regrets, whether it be you or, you know, the other person. I'm so distracted. Are those birds? Oh yeah, they're birds. So the person that has the regrets right now, what took the forefront was their success. And they may be somebody that's in the public eye, or that's part of what their goals were in being a success, is like they had to keep up appearances and have a certain persona. Had to be viewed a certain way in order for whatever it was that they were chasing, which doesn't have to be fame, but it's just like a position of it's a position where you're going to be noticed, and that's like part of the allure of it. So this person it feels torn because they feel like they're kind of stuck in a hard place and they don't know how to get out of it, but it's really like something of their own making, and it's because they're keeping things hidden. They're being secretive about something, they're not being honest about something, and they're really not being honest with themselves, because this is very much well, this is Cancer energy to me, because there's it's a very watery card, at least this particular, well, I think probably all moon cards, but in this particular moon card, she's fully submerged in the water, and you know, Cancers are very intuitive, and I would say, dare I even say, psychic, which over here we have the High Priestess card coming out. So I think it's saying like not like paying too much attention to like the 3D aspects of this success that you're trying to create, and you're cutting yourself off from the true inner you that you know that you're, that's where you feel stuck, because it's like you are pretending this isn't happening in order for this to happen, and you feel like you have to choose one or the other. And I feel like, again, that's coming out in the songs. They couldn't choose the relationship and the success, because they felt like they could only have one, not both. which, you know, might be true, might not. It really depends on the circumstance and their perspective. So then the next cards we got are the Five of Wands and Knight of Cups in reverse. So first thing that comes to mind is like I heard there is no competition. Mary J. Blige was in one of the songs, and that's one of her songs, or that line is from one of her songs. It's not even a line, it's like a phrase, whatever. But that's what I'm hearing in my head. And it's saying, she's saying, no one else can do me the way you do me. Getting a lot of songs here. Somebody's a big music lover here. This is a weird song. I don't know what the hell this is. But we're just gonna go ahead and skip this. I thought it was gonna be like hippy dippy music. The hell is this shit? See, I'm being really distracted by music too. A lot of distractions too in the relationship. Okay, then I'm just gonna turn that off. So back to this. It's like the people that you feel like are competing for your attention now are all losers. Like they just don't hold a flame to. I'm getting like two sides of the story here. Like the person that's in regret in this scenario, it's like no one holds a flame to the person in their past. And for the other person, who I'm going to say probably left the situation, because I only feel like there's one party that's that's trying to get the other person to come back, or wants the other person to come back, or at least thinks about them often. They're like the people that are presenting themselves as potential mates or whatever, are just not like, they're just not interesting. You're not interested in them at all. You're not interested in them for one reason or another. They don't even get past the initial whatever to even get to know them further to decide if you really like them or not. And that's also because, again, with that psychic energy and the intuitive natures of Cancer, like it's really easy for Cancers to pick up on energy and vibes and kind of get a feel for how people really are, whether they're trying to show their mask face or show their real face. That is making me think of one of the lines in that in the song with was it All the Way Live? I think it was Little Uzi Vert says something about I wish I didn't have to pretend, but when I take my mask off, I blend. So it's like this person that's in regret in this situation, like they're being somebody that they're not really, in order to fit a role so that they can have the success that they want. And that means that's fake. And it's kind of sad. And that's what I'm like picking up on this. It's like, ugh. These last cards here, we have the Three of Swords. And then to further explain that is the Seven of Pentacles and the High Priestess. So clearly there's pain here. There's heartache. There's heartbreak. This particular Three of Swords is pretty emotional, pretty raw, and you can just feel the anguish in that card. But to further explain that is the Seven of Pentacles, which is like this is, I feel like what I'm hearing, okay, so what I'm hearing is even though I've been getting this theme with all of the signs I've been doing, is some shit happened, right? But what this is doing for you is taking you out the game, and right now you are just mending your wounds, or trying to do what you can to mend your wounds. And that's being shown here with the Seven of Pentacles, because you're waiting for, you've planted the seeds to start the healing process, to start a new journey and have a new cycle, and then eventually a new, and the fruits that'll grow from those efforts. But you're not at the fruits that'll grow from those efforts yet. You just planted the seeds, and it's still a little baby sapling, and it's growing. So like, you're at the beginning stages of healing, and you're gonna get there. And with the High Priestess being here, I think it's really saying that you need to go within. Definitely focus on healing your heart, and focus on healing your mind, and take that fucking mask off, because no success is worth being disingenuous, especially when you're being disingenuous to yourself, because you are always going to be, this will be the situation that you always find yourself in when meeting new people. Like, you're going to be closed off to them, and you're just going to be closed off to them because the people that you'll be attracting in this energy are just, it's just not good. Like, you get what you put out, and if you don't work on healing yourself and really connecting with your God-given gifts that you're born with, which is trusting your intuition, trusting your gut, listening to those little messages, seeing those synchronicities and paying attention to them, and stop explaining them away, and being truthful and honest to yourself. Especially, like, if you can't do that with anyone else, you can at least do it with yourself. And that's the only way you're going to be able to fully heal, because you can't lie to yourself unless you're completely delusional, which that's a whole other story. But yeah, let's get some clarification here. Clarification. Where did that one deck go? I'm gonna use this deck. Wait a second. I got too many cards here. It's the Tarot of Oppositions, and I did not shuffle. So let me just shuffle. I did shuffle the last time. I did kind of shuffle these, but let me just give it a couple of those. Hey, sweetie. What's he doing, pretty girl? What's he doing? What are you doing? my kitty's laying with me. Okay. Tell me a little more about these first three cards here. Eight of Swords, Six of Wands, and the Moon card, please, for my Cancers. The Cancer Collective. got? What we got? We got the King of Pentacles. It's interesting, because all three of these are girls, right? That's crazy, because I am drawing a blank on that one. And like, I'm just noticing, can't see her eyes, can't see her eyes, can't see her eyes. Somebody's watching. Somebody's watching this Cancer, this female energy. Huh. And he's a secret admirer, which could be very possible because we got, you're definitely being noticed. So, of course, people are watching you, but this is somebody in particular that is of significance and importance and got some shmonies. Maybe I'm hearing a potential investor, maybe, that's interested in the work that you're doing, that you're working on, especially if you are doing something where you might have a lot of followers or like you go viral, or maybe you're a tarot reader. I feel like I'm hearing somebody wants to invest in you, but they're just kind of watching to see what you'll do next. And I feel like you're at a turning point here because you've gotten to this point, but in order for you to get to this point, you had to be somebody that you're not. You're not being true to yourself. I just heard waiting for the other shoe to fall. Interesting. Interesting. Alright, can you tell me more about this Five of Wands and this Knight of Cups, please? I can say that this person that's watching you has good intentions. They don't have, like selfish intentions, or they're not trying to screw you over. They're looking at you as like a potential investment, or like maybe like somebody to collaborate with or something like that. I heard silent partner. Yeah. Okay. Tell me more about the Five of Wands, please, and the Knight of Cups in reverse. Leg cramp. Sorry, that was my foot. Okay. And we got the Three of Cups. It's interesting. I used this deck a couple times. So, okay, so normally Three of Cups is like three people, and it could be talking about friends, but it also could be talking about third-party energy. And that's what I was picking up on. That's what okay, so I just heard like you were the third party, which is probably part of what the secrets are. Yeah. Because this person looks like it landed in this position, so like not ignoring this. She's making eye contact. She's looking straight forward. She's very, like, she's not trying to hide anything. She's got a pleasant smile on her face, and she's having a sip. And she's holding a single cup. And her cup is full. You know, that's like the cup of love, like the Ace of Pentacles energy, like she's holding in her hand and she's sipping from it. So, and there's also like grapes and stuff around her and like plants, and it's very fertile. And because you're the one that got away, especially with this Knight of Cups in reverse, because that's like total fuckboy energy. That's player energy. So like, even though you were like you were the third party in this scenario, like they could not quit you. Again, that song, Another Round. No matter what was going on in their life. Okay. Let me get clarification for these last three. Three of Swords, Seven of Pentacles, and the High Priestess, please. And this is so Cancer energy, by the way. The Knight of Cups. Usually the Knight of Cups has a crab in it somewhere. This particular one doesn't. But, yeah. This guy in this card is planning on getting some. Anyway, Three of Swords, Three of Swords. What we got for the Three of Swords? We got the Six of Cups. Six of Cups, and it's got this image of just a kid sitting there by himself, and it's dark. I'm hearing the word abandon, feeling abandoned, feeling forgotten. So somebody's big mad or big hurt that somebody walked away or moved on. You know, it's beyond big. It's not big mad. It's big hurt because they know there's no going back. Okay. Yeah, they're sad. They're really sad. And really in their feelings. And they're really kind of keeping that to themselves. I don't know if this is Cancer or like somebody that did Cancer wrong in the past. I feel like it could go either way. All right. We'll do one more deck. Why not? Let's do a third deck. Why not? Just shuffle. Just gonna break it a couple times. I'm using a totally unofficial Adventure Time tarot deck. Alright, what are the final messages for this tumultuous love story for Cancer here? What are the final messages? Final messages for Cancer, please. Okay, Seven of Swords in the reverse. It's a good card to have in the reverse. Okay. What else we got? Two of Swords in reverse. Oh, you just all gonna come out in reverse now? Is that what's happening? Give me at least one more. I said just one more. That was a whole damn stack. Jeez. Please give me one more card. One more card. I like. And the Eight of Swords in reverse. So, final messages. I feel like the ending of this just released both parties from this situation. In the person that was being used in this scenario just wasn't in this toxic energy. This person that's the third party here. They didn't know. I mean, okay. They probably had a pretty good idea that the person wasn't being honest, because we are talking, this is Cancer energy, and this is Three of Cups. This is very Cancer energy. So they probably had a pretty good feeling in their gut telling them what was really going on, but it was kind of like they went into it with pure intentions. Just to... Right. And the other person that was the user in this situation that was being dishonest, what it did for them was it opened up their heart. Unfortunately, when their heart opened, because their heart was already broken to begin with, it caused new wounds to accompany the old ones, because the old ones were never healed. But this person wasn't able to heal the way that they were going, stuck in the Eight of Swords energy, because they didn't have they were in denial. That's what I'm hearing. They're in denial. They were like, I just don't have a heart. I just don't have feelings. Like, that's just, like, I don't have, like, that part of me is dead now. And that's not how we work as human beings. Not really. Given yourself the right environment and the right mindset and the right ingredients, you can pretty much... Okay, so how can I say this? If you disconnect from your heart, you are never going to be able to progress past a certain point in your evolution of life. And you'll never be as successful as you can be without making those connections to your heart, especially being a Cancer and Cancer energy, because that's where, yes, your intuition does come from your gut, but it also comes from your heart. When you come from a place of love, other beings can sense that, just like they can sense if you're coming from a place of anger or guilt or, whatever. People can pick up on these things, and it's especially you Cancers. So this situation that clearly... I'm just getting this repeated story over and over of, like, a bad situation that ended. Anyway, so you don't have to worry about anybody being around you right now, lying, cheating, and stealing, because you don't have any suitors in you're not dealing with people. Mainly because no one of worth as far as you're concerned has presented themselves, or that you've happened to run into because you're not actively searching. And the Two of Swords in the reverse. Again, blindfolded, blindfolded, blindfolded. I feel like the blinders are off. That's what I'm hearing. The blinders are off. You're not stuck anymore. You don't need to. You're not torn between anything. You don't have nobody around you trying to manipulate you and use you and trying to make you think that you're crazy when you know the truth. Yeah, I heard freedom. Yeah, freedom. So those are the final messages. How about some, give me card for advice. All right, what's this card? The Three of Cups came out. Okay, so this is normally, surprisingly, this tarot deck got this card right. Yeah, this is closer to what a Three of Cups normally looks like. And I feel like what this is saying, and these are water nymphs, so, which are like basically water fairies. I think it's saying like now's the time to kind of just be single and have fun, and maybe find your tribe. They're waiting for you. They're waiting for you with drinks, and they want to dance and party with you and talk to you and just have fun and be in your presence. And the only thing they want in return is for you to do all those things with them too. It's a good time advice. Go out and have some fun with some friends, and don't focus on this other shit, because I feel like it's what you need to focus on is healing yourself. And the first step to doing that is, well, maybe not necessarily the first step, but maybe the next step that you can take is removing yourself from your shell and stepping out and being a little more social. Get in contact with some friends maybe that you haven't talked to in a little bit. You know, you don't have to necessarily go anywhere to hang out with friends these days. All right, so that's my reading for Cancers. I hope that it resonated with you. I hope you got something out of it. And thank you so much for stopping by and viewing my content. Bye-bye.